Hey y'all, it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a review of some products that I either purchased myself or that I received in some subscription boxes, just so you guys can know if the subscription box is worth it or if the product is, based on what they're sending. So we're going to get right in, and we're going to start with something that I picked up at Ross. And it is the Profusion highlight palette. I took the sticker off, but I believe I paid $5.99 for this. Alright. And this is what it looks like. They're fairly decent sized little pans in there. And it comes with a interesting little brush. Not something I would expect to see in a highlight, but as you can tell, I've never used this. So I'm going to see if I can't do this without showing off the mirror too much. Here, we'll go like this. Here we have white pearl, pale gold, champagne, light pink, and golden bronze. And I chose to do this in my bedroom today. I have more natural light in here, so we're going to see how the color swatches are. Okay. Here, let's just turn my body and we can do it this way, shall we? Alright, so we're going to go from this side. This is the gold and bronze here. Now, and the next one is the light pink. I'm kind of going backwards. Now, these two were super buttery to touch them. I mean, they're very, very soft, but at the same time, there is a little bit of powdering on them. So, then this one is the champagne, which I really love. It's kind of a natural color. And then the pale gold and the white pearl. They've definitely got the bling factor there. I mean, they're beautiful colors. And for $5.99, I think it was an excellent purchase. However, I almost didn't even see this. We were standing in line getting ready to leave, and we were it was me and my oldest daughter, and we were joking around and looking at all the bag candies and snacks and stuff that they have, and she saw it thinking it was a giant Hershey bar because the packaging is silver like this. And she grabbed it and she said, "Hey, do you like this?" And well, yeah, who wouldn't like that? So I was super duper excited to get that. Alright, next is going to be something else that I purchased, and I got this at a Tuesday morning, and it's Physicians Formula pH Matchmaker Blush. And this is in the shade Rose. Now, first of all, this is just an interesting compact. When you open it up, you lift, and the brush is under there. Again, another one of these, but this one's a lot larger. I'm not sure what I would use this for, but, and the really cool thing, and I'm gonna have to blind you with the mirror, and I'm sorry, but, oh look, my hands are so fogged up. This one has lights, so if you're getting ready in the dark, apparently, or if you want that extra little bit of light so you can see exactly what you're doing. And this is supposed to adjust your pH level, so everybody will be just a little bit different. My only complaint is, if you look, I don't know if you can see the wiggle or not, but the pan is not very secure in there. Sorry about all the interruptions. My kids have decided that now is when they want to talk to me, of course. But anyway, here's that blush. That's just a couple of swirls in there. That is so pigmented. And then it's very pretty. There's definitely a sparkle factor to that. I mean, can you see that? Now, I'm not sure how it's supposed to change. You know, obviously my skin is the only one I've seen it on. I haven't, nobody else, my oldest daughter doesn't wear makeup. She's anti-girly, basically, anti-girly. So, but that's what it looks like. It's very pretty, very nice, very, very pigmented. So it's something that you want to go in very light-handed with. Just because, you know, obviously if it's going to be that bright. You don't want to have clown cheeks, essentially. So then the next two items are ones that I believe I got these in an e.l.f. haul that I shared with you. So, and I just used both of them actually in my full face of e.l.f. products, which I just filmed, so that's going to go up sometime this week, hopefully. But the first one is going to be the Baked Eyeshadow Trio in the Peach Please. Now, I have learned, as many people have, that baked eyeshadows are much more pigmented when wet, obviously. So you've got, this is the darker color. This is actually the bronzy color, the copper color there. And then this is going to be that lighter color. Now, in the pan, it looks very neutral, like beigey, but when you swatch it, you can definitely see all of the gold shimmer in there. And that actually, I am wearing both of these two now. This is what is in the center, like the halo, and then this is my brow bone highlight. So I really like these. I used the brow bone highlight dry, and the center halo portion I had to wet it because the pigmentation wasn't as bam as I wanted. And that's okay because baked eyeshadows generally are used damp anyway. And then I got the e.l.f. Aqua Primer Mist. Now, it smells very clean, refreshing. It feels really good on the skin, but I have actually seen a few other YouTubers talk about this as well. When you get a mist, you want to be able to kind of all over, and you want this nice, light, delicate mist of basically refreshment on your face. Now, this feels really good on the skin. However, I really believe I need to maybe pull this top off and exchange it with something else, or repackage this or something, because it's not a mist, like a light mist. There's a lot of bigger droplets in here, so at the beginning of the video, or I don't know, one of my videos, you could see that I had like wet droplets on here. This did that. It's, some of the droplets are kind of bigger, they gather more, and so then you've got like this light misting here, and then you got big droplets all over. It's not a bad product per se. It's just, I think the pump on mine wasn't that great. However, the pump on mine is a lot better than some of the other reviews I've seen. Just saying. And the last makeup product I want to talk about is the, and this is not one I purchased exactly. It came in my Boxycharm last month. It's the OFRA Z palette type thing. Now, I've been using this color here to fill my brows usually. Obviously not today because it's not an e.l.f. product. My only, okay, the shimmers. They're beautiful, they're buttery, they have an excellent consistency, they're very, very pigmented, and I love these. My complaint is with the matte ones. I have to use the darker one for my brows because it's darker, but at the same time, it's kind of a taupe color almost. It looks really dark in the pan. Let me show it. See, it's dark in the pan, but it's a very, very light swatch. And I can go over it as many times as I want. It doesn't build very much. It really doesn't get any darker. So that works perfect for my brows. But they're super duper powdery. The pigment isn't quite there. You know, it's not quite what I'm looking for in the matte ones. Honestly, I like my e.l.f. Mad for Matte palette a lot better than I like these 3 OFRA matte shadows. Granted, having a Z palette is beautiful. Everybody can use one. I get to throw my extra other pans of stuff in there. This one, the magnet sucks on, just saying. I don't even remember what it was. But the shimmers in here are wonderful. I love these. And I think if you're going to be purchasing OFRA eyeshadow singles, definitely swatch them first, obviously. But the shimmers are great. They really, really are. They're so creamy and so buttery and so pigmented and so soft. I mean, I love putting them on. But careful with the matte. Some of them are very, very powdery and the pigmentation just isn't there. Now this is kind of, I had a request to review these next ones, and they are the e.l.f. Trio Beauty Sponge Trio, whatever. Obviously they're dirty. I just used them. I didn't use the big one though, and I'll discuss that in a second. They're all, I got them all damp in case I had chose to use them, because in my video, the e.l.f. Oh my god, complete face with e.l.f. products, I wanted to use only the e.l.f. tools as well, so I had these ready. Now these are all e.l.f. This obviously is a different one. This one is the $5 beauty sponge. This is the one that I just used. It's dirty. It's getting used old. There's little micro tears and cracks in it, but this is my favorite. And then these ones are the trio, and I believe these are $8. So it's 3 for $8 or 1 for $5. Okay, my thoughts on this. I have seen so many YouTubers review things and whatnot, and people have said that they like the white set better than the pink one. I am not on that team. I really, really, really love the pink one. I've had mine for a while, so when it dries out, it gets kind of stiff and hard, and obviously you're not going to use this on your face dry, ever. You would never want to put this on your face. But the white ones, even though they have a much smoother finish, this one soaks up product, like soaks it. Look at this. This is clean. I scrubbed this. And it soaks it so deep in there that I can't seem to get the product to come out completely. This one I've had for a while, and I just used it today, like half hour ago. And so it's a bit dirty, but I love how this one feels. This one is a little bouncier. This one, it's got a lot more give. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. You can kind of see this one's bouncy. This one is not so much. The size in this thing, when it gets wet, literally, I believe this thing doubles in size. It's ridiculous how big this gets. But I don't necessarily know that that's a really, really good thing, because then it just soaks up that much product. You're using double the amount of foundations or BB creams or primers as you would normally use, because it's basically taking it all in. Granted, the first time I used it was a lot worse. A lot worse. I think now that there's base makeup in there, it's not soaking up quite as much. So maybe the darker and dirtier it gets, even though it's clean, the better it will be. Who knows? But I really, really love this. I love the application of this. I love the shape of this, because you can really hold it here to get the full face. That's kind of why the micro tears are happening right there, is because my fingernails, I recently lost a bunch. Like I busted one, so I bit one, I cut one, I don't know. But my fingernails are what's putting these little tears in there. You can see it's right where my hands go. And then the other side, it's not super pointed, but it's a perfect point, and you can squeeze it to get under the eye and on the nose. This one has, it's got the nice flat, they're both rounded and kind of flat at the bottom. It's got a nice thing, but it's so dense that it doesn't squeeze as well. You can't get quite the precise shape, line or locationing with this, which I think is why that there's two others in this set, so you have the options to do the different areas of your face. But granted, I understand 8 for 3, 1 for 5, but I will definitely be repurchasing this one. I love, love, love this one. When this set's gone, I'm not gonna rebuy it. This one is the medium one, and again, all three of these literally just double in size when they're wet. This one has got a better, more flat bottom, but it's not a very chiseled tip. It's kind of a fat tip. This I use for under eye setting powder. That's pretty much all I do with this. I can't see any reason to use this for anything else. It's not a bad one, and it works great for under eye setting powder. And then for the little tiny one, it's very dirty. I've tried, I'm not 100% sold on what to do with these little tiny things. So I'm constantly trying to find something to do. Like today, I tried some of the e.l.f. under eye setting powder. It's a little tiny jar, and I figured this is small, so it would get in there really well. But I ended up not really liking how that looked, and there was too much sparkle in that, so I switched to something else, and I went to the medium size one. But otherwise, I use this to blend my eye primer. That's pretty much it. Again, not really sure the point of this. I mean, you're supposed to use it to get in the nose line. I don't know. So if you all have any ideas on what to do with this little mini blender, let me know down below. It's just not for me. I'm trying, and I'll continue to try using it for other stuff. But in the meantime, that's all I've got to review today. If you are interested in any of the other products I may have gotten in a haul that I've shown you, or a subscription box, and you're wondering how they worked for me or what my thoughts are on them, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will gladly review those products for you. In the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.